The government has just launched an investigation involving millions of GM trucks and SUVs. It wants to know why brake lines are corroding and in some cases failing on vehicles that are just 5 years old. Our John Matarese has this consumer investigation so you don't waste your money.
Remember how cars from the 1970s and 1980s would start rusting in just a few years? Well, automakers in the 90s finally improved their rust prevention techniques so that rusty cars became a thing of the past until now. Well, it's back.
And I, panicked. I mean, I did. I was like, oh no, oh no. And
Beth Farr was driving her daughter home from soccer in her 2003 Buick Rendezvous when the brake pedal suddenly went to the floor.
we're going down a hill, and I obviously was putting on my brakes to slow down and hit him to the floor and would not stop.
Luckily, Beth says she was able to coast to a stop. So what happened? The shop her car was towed to diagnosed a rusty brake line that snapped like this.
There you go. So yeah, it just breaks right in half.
Beth's case was not an isolated one.
The brake line is right over here.
Certified mechanic Jim Schulten is seeing more and more cars with rusted lines.
It's just eating away at the brake lines, fuel lines.
The National Highway Transportation Safety Administration this summer launched an investigation into 6 million GM pickups and SUVs, 1999 to 2003. This came after more than 100 reports of brake lines bursting due to rust. GM has not commented. But other automakers have rust issues too. Ford this year recalled thousands of Windstar minivans because their rear axle can rust and snap.
Right under there, you can see it. The axle beam goes from wheel to wheel. Your suspension's on each end, and it's split right in the middle from corrosion.
The NHTSA wants to know if the problem is cheaper, thinner steel or stronger road salt in northern states. Rust checking is especially important when buying a used car. You just don't know if it spent its first years never getting washed somewhere where salt may have covered it for 6 months at a time. So have a pro inspect it so you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.